Hey guys! I'm back safe and sound from my skiing trip, which has probably something to do with the fact that I've spent most of it sick in my hotel room, but I guess I did save a bunch of money on renting and ski passes, so that's nice, I guess. Anyway, I have tons of good stuff piled up for you, and I thought it would be nice to continue with another SPG review. This time we will take a closer look at the M41 HMC, the Tier 5 American artillery. As usual, I have some nice gameplay footage prepared for you, so if you want to skip ahead, you will find the timestamps in the description below. So, how good is the M41? Well, for starters, after a nice little filler that is the M37, with the M41 you finally feel like making progress due to a couple of reasons. First of all, you get a really nice 155mm howitzer, which combined with the fact that being at Tier 5 you finally get into games as well with lots of juicy slower moving targets, will make you feel more powerful. Also, this is the time when you should start getting into the habit of relocating after each shot, as you will start to run into other arty players who actually do some counter battery work. While naturally it has some drawbacks as well, overall I had a pretty good time with it. But enough of the generalizations, let's look at the facts, starting with the gun. Well, we could not call it really a gun selection as the M41 HMC gets only one gun, the 155mm M1 howitzer, but that's a pretty good one. It is definitely on the slower firing high alpha damage end of the scale. The average damage of 700 combined with 78mm of penetration really packs a punch. Of course, you should try hitting the softer parts of the heavy tanks to realize your damage potential. Slow targets with large engine decks can get into a lot of trouble really quickly. Now, of course, all this power has its drawbacks as well, namely a slow reload time at 25 seconds and a slow aiming time at 7 seconds. All this gives us a base rate of fire of only 2.4 shots per minute, resulting in the lowest DPM stats of its tier. So you better make sure that those shots actually count. As expected, the accuracy suffers as well, and with 0.82 meters dispersion over 100 meters, there will be games where your shots will go everywhere but where you aim them. But again, that's something you should expect when playing artillery. So now is the part when I usually pull up Tank Inspector and have a look at the armor, but not this time. There are two very simple reasons for this. First of all, the download function on their website does not work for some time and I just can't get it for my new rig. And even more importantly, this machine has literally no armor whatsoever we could analyze. And I'm not exaggerating here. On paper it has 12mm of armor all around, but that's actually only for the lower parts. Up top, it's in reality only 6mm. Let's just say that this machine will not earn you many cool-headed achievements. Your life pool is average as well at 230 HP, so when light tanks are out there to hunt you down, you better blast them in the face really quickly, or it's the end of the line for this game. Next up is the mobility, which is a mixed bag. The top speed of 56 km per hour is really good, so you can and should get out of harm's way when suddenly one of your flanks collapses. Full traverse, on the other hand, is pretty bad at 20 degrees per second, so if someone starts to circle around you, you are pretty much screwed unless they make a mistake. The gun traverse is also really bad with only 10 degrees per second, so take that into account when you have to re-aim. Visibility is alright again, with an average of 350 meters view range, and a pretty sweet 750 meters signal range, but we already got used to that going up the American SPG line. Regarding equipment, I did go for the super standard gunrunner, gun laying drive and camo net setup, which I would not change either. Crew skills, it's the same again. I prioritize Brothers in Arms over 6th Sense and camo on my SPGs. So that's the M41 HMC in a nutshell for you. Quite a lot of power, but as usual that comes with some drawbacks as well. But enough of the numbers, it's time to see some action. Alright, so here we are in Prohorovka in a Tier 7 match. We start here at the railway tracks, which is great because that's usually where I go with my artillery on this map. Pretty much the main artillery spots are right here, where I am. You can also go to the woods, but that's more for standard battles when there is ample protection from your colleagues in that section on the 1 and 2 lines. And you can of course go around the A8, A9, A0 squares as well and hide up on top on that little elevated period. So right from the beginning, we see that deployment of the team it's not bad, but there is definitely a lack of protection on our right-hand front. Even in encounter, I think it's important to have some sort of deployment on this zone as well. If for nothing else, just to protect our flank, because now I have to keep an eye on the map. Ooh, the first good hit on the T-29. So I definitely have to keep an eye on that side, because I can expect enemy advancement, and especially light tanks going after artillery. There is 3 artillery on each side, so they will definitely target us. You have to keep that in mind. So T-29, it's really in a good spot. I used to do this mistake, going up here with my T-29 as well, especially in encounter matches. Yeah, don't do it. You get shot up from up the hill, you get shot up from the city area. It's not a good place to be. Oh, that's a juicy one. Please don't move. Ah, so unfortunate. Every artillery player's bad dream. Score multiple hits. Come on. Alright, that was a hit. So finally, getting something done. You probably realize that I don't relocate after I'm taking a shot, which is a mistake. I'm definitely working on it to get used to it and for it to be routine. But I won't do it in this game. Luckily, I get away with it. But you shouldn't really count on it. This is a tier 7 match. Easily, you will get into games with good artillery players, and they will take advantage of you not paying attention to this. So here I'm trying to get some shots into the lit up enemies over on this side of the map, but really my focus, my attention was on the left side, because there the few tanks that were there got obliterated by the enemy, so I can expect the enemy to push through, and then it's me on their list next, so you have to be careful. 958. Come on, please do me a favor and stop. Alright, thank you very much. Oh, this is why I love playing artillery. Oh, poor guy. One-shot kill. Full hefty A-team. But last line of defense, the Hellcat is gone. So I definitely want to get out of the way, but 2 artillery in one spot, I have to take advantage of this. This is just too good to pass on. And probably that was too late. Yeah, god damn it. Would have been beautiful. Nevertheless, it's time to get our asses out of here. It's definitely not in a situation you want to be in. So the match is going alright, I guess. It's not the burst. It's not the best either. For the moment we are losing 7-8. Oh, GW Panther. It's getting a bit reckless there. Oh, that's an excellent opportunity. Open top vehicle. Top of the tracks. Ah, it would have been a kill, but somebody was quicker than us. Unfortunate, and now we have to wait a lot of seconds before we can go again. And this is tricky. It's not easy to get shots into the city. Well, city, this little village. Okay, I have to nail that IS. Okay, well, at least we got some health off it. But this is far from over. Come on, guys, finish off. That's the spirit. In the meantime, still, always keep an eye on the empty 1 and 2 lines, because there are still some tanks that can give us troubles if they swoop through there. From the 4 players still standing in the team, 3 are artillery, so... Yup, and there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely makes sense for them to try to sweep in the back. But M41 can defend itself. Well done. Good play. And lucky at the same time. Alright. I have to get rid of that VK. Somebody got a shot into him. Come on. Reveal yourself, please. Thank you very much. Alright. This better be good. That was close. Nice. It's not amazing, but concentrated fire finishes him off. It was probably more splash damage than a direct hit. But it did the job. Oh, Su-100. It's definitely a threat to our KV-3, so I have to get rid of it as fast as possible. And GW Panther came up as well. This is less than ideal. Alright, I have to be clever about this one. Don't rush the shot. Okay, now it's a good time to take it. But we did rush it in the end, and unfortunately we could not take advantage of the situation, and now all the artillery has fired from our side, so unfortunately our KV-3 player is without support for the next seconds. It's really a tight spot. That was a miss shot. Okay, spots him. And nails the GW Panther, which is great. In the meantime, somebody's shooting at that house from the south, so probably the Su-100Y will be around here somewhere. Keeping an eye out on terrain as well. See if he knocks over something. It's crucially important that we nail this guy now. We lead by 1, but... Oh, there he is. We have to get this far right. Goodbye, Mr. Su-100. And now it's only 2 artillery left, so it's getting a bit better. But we can't afford to get careless. Alright, so M41 moves up on the flank. And we can expect the enemy artillery to move up as well slowly. So have to be prepared and pre-aimed. They can pop up in the middle around the tracks, or from the south, the southern part of the cap circle. Alright, who will blink first? Ooh, there is the enemy AMX, and he's a good player. Oh, this is close. Oh, I rush it, and it goes totally wide. I had problems with my aiming as well, so... and I think that was a bounce from an artillery. which is super unlucky. And we have to nail this guy really badly. He can give us all kinds of troubles. And KV3 is on fire. It's a 4th kill. And this was a very important one. So it's probably their best player left on the enemy team. Well, probably one of the best players at all in the enemy team, so it's a very, very important kill indeed. And now, only the other M41 HMC left on the enemy team. And he had a good game as well. Unfortunately for him, this was not in his favor. Okay, so now I move up. See if I can spot him, and there he is. Probably completely unaware that he has been spotted, as he tries to hide behind the bushes, but in vain. M12 was just a little bit quicker than us. And there's him. Good game. Deserved win. So that was Prohorovka in the M41 HMC. This was actually one of my first games in this machine, and not a bad one at that. We got Ace Tanker, High Caliber and Confederate achievements, which is not bad considering I managed to hit with less than 50% of my shots. We scored over 2100 damage and over 1000 assisted damage on top, resulting in over 1000 base XP and 50,000 credits with a premium account. We ranked highest by XP earned and damage done for both teams, although the enemy M41 HMC did come pretty close too. Kudos to my fellow RT players in this match, by the way, and especially to our KV3 player. It was a nice game. And it could have been an even better match if from the 12 shots fired not only 5 were hits, but at least 3 more did some splash damage. So overall, a satisfying result for an alright game, but there is still room for improvement for sure. Alright, so this time we are on Sand River in a standard battle. It's actually a tier 8 match, and that's because I messed it up a little bit. I'm actually platooned with my 7-year-old son, who is in the M4A 3A2. I think it's the Sherman Jumbo. And that's a tier 6, so that's why we got into a tier 8 match. That's okay. M41 HMC does not care about your tier 8 heavy tanks. So, it's a nifty little spot. And let's see where the enemy deploys. Usually, it's a fuckfest around at the bottom of the hill. So that's where I will pre-aim. And let's see how the deployment goes. So there are 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I think that's quite clear where the enemy advancement will be focused on. That's alright. We have good artillery players, it seems, from GW Tiger P, tier 8, and tier 7 Crusader, and myself, which is only a tier 5, but should be able to get the job done. So IS-2 is the unlucky first customer of this game. And we have to be careful with our shots here, because these tanks will be on the sides of the dunes. Whoa, my god! What the hell? So, yeah, I have to be careful, because it's really easy to overshoot the targets. But that was a hit as well. That IS-2 is right now probably cursing matchmaking, wargaming, and especially artillery players. And they are not pushing, which is great. Because now, all 3 of the artillery players have swell time hammering away on the enemy team as they are... oh, that's unlucky. As they are going back and forth between the dunes. And kudos to the other members of the team, especially in the tank destroyers. They did held up the team quite nicely, and that allowed us to just bite our way through this enemy advancement. And unfortunately that was a miss as well. I have to be a bit careful with the aiming. But artillery was never a precision instrument. Well, not since the longest times. Okay, we have to nail this one. But we don't take the blind shot, there are enough targets here to go for better shots. Okay, I'll derp around a little bit, trying to decide which target to go for. And that leopard is going to fill the lava in a second. Ooh, that was a good one. It's quite unfortunate that we didn't kill him in one shot, but can't really complain too much. Again, I don't relocate in this game after each shot, which I should do. I have enough time between the reloads. But again, I'm lucky, even though there are 3 enemy players on the 3 enemy artillery players, they don't pay any attention to us, which is a mistake, because right now, undisturbed, we can easily take apart the enemy heavy tanks. Alright, let's see who we can get next. Slappers seems to be really eager to die. That's not a bad shot at this highest. If he just could do us a favor and stop, it'd be awfully nice of him. Alright, that was actually a hit on the T-29. Enemy M44 revealed. Let's pre-aim. Enemy advancement is in check by now, with the 3 TDs on the bottom right corner, so we will get this RT. Yep, there we go. Thanks for the T-37 for lighting him up. And now we can get back. Ooh, that must be painful. It was probably the GW Tiger P. Monster of an SPG. I think it's time that we ended the suffering of this T-29. Okay. WZ 11. Well, 111. Is its career broken by our team as well? And this game is in the bag. It was a smooth roll, and we did actually quite well as well, being a tier 5 machine. So T-28 tries to sneak past. It's his butt. His efforts are futile, because we get a good shot into him and then somebody finishes him off. Again, open top vehicle. Unfortunately, we didn't land it on top of it, but it's a juicy target nonetheless. And a very unfortunate Tiger II among the smoking wrecks of his comrades. Come on, don't move so much, will you? That's the good one. And now the only question is if he will get another shot in, but no, GW Tiger P nails him. He had a great game as well, but so did we. So that was Sand River for you with another Ace Tanker badge, and luckily we did much better with our aiming this time. Overall, we did manage to squeeze out over 1800 damage with an additional close to 900 assisted damage, resulting in 1000 base XP and about 43,500 credits earned with a premium account. Overall, we came third by damage done in the match, and we finished top by XP earned, mostly because we did well in a tier 8 game while being only a tier 5 machine. The M41 HMC does not care about your Tiger IIs. From the 11 shots fired, we managed to score 8 hits and 1 splash damage. Not a bad result on enemies advancing on the sand dunes. So this was not really a spectacular game, but it shows you how well you can do in this machine even against much higher tier tanks, should the need arise. So that was it with this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you will have some fun playing your M41 HMC yourselves. Next up, I will continue my map guide series with the Huldan starter positions for the next 6 maps, and I also have a pretty sweet match prepared for you with a Gores medal in the T-57. Take care, guys, and I hope to see you soon in one of the next videos.